Good morning. I think I may have a camera problem here.
It doesn't seem to be on.
The settings, some of the program I was working with changed some settings here. I've got to go find it. But I'm here.
But I'm here. I swear I'm here. Good morning, Miss Morrow. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm well.
I'm starting to worry about Dick.
Yeah, I texted him the other day and I haven't heard from him.
So hopefully he's fine. Since you recommended the Roos or Us people, I've used them a couple of times now.
I like them. Roofs Are Us and then Unique Roofing. I've seen that they're a smaller company, not quite as busy, so they're able to get out to more like need it right this minute kind of situations. So
So I've invited a few clients to my class.
yeah, how's that working?
Well, most people think it sounds, wonderful and amazing because it is, but, a lot of people are busy. But I just felt like, the lady who talked about doing events and doing online events and what are you passionate about? I'm like, well, I'm passionate about this. So why couldn't I share that with my clients and offer them because it does have real value? And so that was a good way to reach out to some of them,
I like it.
those that.
Good connection with you can make a good connection with clients and it doesn't even have to be real estate based.
Exactly.
Massive amounts of mind share. So that's awesome. Great idea.
So makes the calls easier too. I mean, you have something of value. Oh, did you guys get that invite to that appraiser CE next week?
I did not.
There's a free CE. Who's my guy who called me? Bay Equity.
Yeah, Glenn Smart.
Yeah, Glenn Smart next Tuesday night. And I'm like, really? 6 to 9? I get up at 4:30 in the morning. I'm usually in bed at 8:30. But anyway, I'm like, I know I should do it because when KW had the appraiser class, I had to miss that day. And I'm like, dang. So.
Yeah, I got registered because I'm like you. I missed the KW appraiser, so I thought it was beneficial.
I could probably put it in the chat if that would help anybody.
Yeah, that'd be helpful. Larry's back.
Let me find his email.
Hey, Robin.
Hi, Teresa.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning, all. Cindy, did you get my text last night? I'm totally sorry I didn't call you back. I remembered at like 9:45.
Yeah, I'm laying in bed. I'm like,
That's the importance of recapping your day is that you go over the things you missed. And I was recapping my day and I was like, oh shit, I didn't call Cindy back.
I noticed. No, it wasn't anything emergent, or you would have heard back from me.
That's what I tell people. If I don't get back to you in 15 minutes, my life usually swings in 15-minute intervals.
No. My question is so I've noticed, and I tried to fix this, is my documents when I send them out for signature through DocuSign, they are still being dated with an Eastern Standard Time. And I've already gotten in there to change it to Arizona. So I noticed, like, when I sent over my airport yesterday morning, I got it back and it was, again, Eastern Standard. And I've gone into my profile to change it to Arizona the day before, but I don't know why it's not working. So I'm like, what do I do?
It's interesting.
There's some weird stuff happening in that. It arbitrarily overwrote my information and put somebody by the name of Denise that not even in the state. I'm not sure what's happening. Some people are saying maybe there's a bug in DocuSign.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't.
there's a few bugs. When I was writing my contract out this weekend, it would override the address.
Mhm.
So I either got duplicate street address or duplicate city address. And then I couldn't override the check marks on the home warranty because I was going to take it out and it wouldn't uncheck it for me. But I was able to check decline and then just keep the boxes for the buyer. So, and I explained it to the agent. She's like, all right, don't worry about it.
Okay, it's,
So I don't know.
well, we're gonna do this at our next meeting. It's crazy, the tech meeting.
But I just, with the 3-hour difference, it's like I'm getting it back and it's dating it, it's only 11. It's saying he signed it at 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys run into those situations, send an email to tech, at 1kwsa.com, and that way Heather can follow up with corporate on it. Or I can't say it.
Before that, I just wanted to double check and make sure I, have it selected correctly, before I say that there's a problem. I want to make sure it's not me, operator failure here. So,
Are you
Yeah.
talking about the time? Are you talking about the time stamp?
Yeah, the timestamp.
Yeah, it's doing Eastern for all of them.
Is it? Okay, so it's not
Yeah.
just me.
It's not just you.
Great.
And I think mine's even, I think I even double checked to make sure mine was in the right time zone.
Yeah, actually mine wasn't. And so I thought that was the problem. And so then I went in and changed it to where it says Arizona and saved and closed and, saved it, but not working.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to send myself some documents and see what it does for me. I haven't seemed to have any of these issues.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. I'm having issues too. And I've sent emails about this and I don't get responses. So I don't know who we're supposed to contact because I don't get responses. But it's also messing up with if you have 2 buyers, even if I fill it out right in the front on the first part, it's messing up on the second part, and it is replacing the city with the address of the first buyer. And I've had that happen like 3 times now. And then if there's 2 agents on it, it's also messing up the it doesn't always carry over your IDs, and it changes it back to Keller Williams Realty instead of Keller Williams Southern Arizona, even if I do it right before it's in the envelope.
Yeah,
It's like it'll work fine one day and then the next day it's back to crap again. I thought it was doing good, and then I wrote a contract last night and it was doing it again. So I kept having to back out of the envelope.
Yeah, sometimes it works perfect. And then the next time you go,
Yeah.
and like I was telling Dan and them, it just wiped my information out and put somebody that don't even work in Arizona. I'm just like, this is crazy as an agent. Put all of her information in where I was. It just totally deleted me and put somebody else. Just crazy. In the details section. So
Well, we broke it. Good.
yeah, we probably broke it.
It's funny though, because like I had issues on the first 1 or 2 that I wrote. Oh, okay, well, there's more than 1 or 2. But then it worked really well for me last week. I did 2 or 3 last week. And then this week I've done 1 and it's bad.
Well, the good thing is when we break it, they fix it. It never is broken again. So the more we put this information out there, the more we can follow it. So if you want to stay on hold with DocuSign to get it fixed, then stay on hold with DocuSign, or just send an email to Heather. Tech TECH at 1kwsa.com. It's been helpful because I was on hold with them. What is it? 2 Saturdays ago, Larry, that we did that class? 3 Saturdays ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was on hold for over 2 hours, waiting. And then
Yeah, I mean, I've sent emails to tech at 1kwsa, and a lot of times I have to follow up 2 or 3 times before I get a response. So
boy, she's the main hub of all tech issues.
yeah,
So
I know.
send an email to support at kw.com.
Yeah.
I was on hold with DocuSign. They're like, I'm sorry, this is an issue for Keller Williams, and you have to call their support line, which is support at kw.com. I'm like, okay. So the good thing is we get a quick turnaround from them, and they know that we're frustrated. frustrated. I don't know how to say it weird.
Yeah, they always want me to turn around and do like a Loom video of it though, which
Yeah. Send me a video of what you're seeing. No, I can't.
yeah, I would need to start a new contract and that, and it's not always consistent, so it just gets annoying. I got fed up with it one day last week and just went and did it in Transaction Desk.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I start everything in Transaction Desk and then move it into DocuSign.
I got frustrated, so I just downloaded it, edited everything in my, PDF file format, and then just put it back in, and then it didn't change it. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I'll work on something to try to find some resolve for you guys too. Hopefully, I'll have some information. Other than that, we've kind of beat that horse. DocuSign's screwing up. We get it. Let's get it fixed. We'll figure it out. Other than that, what else are you working on? Again, Renee, another contract? High five. You're on fire.
Last night, yeah, I'm just on a minimal amount on this one, but
Dan, thanks for your referral to Sean. I'm seeing him this morning.
Good.
I did my first buyer consult on Saturday and got buyer broker signed.
Awesome. How about you? Comfortable doing it?
I was a little nervous, but this is that one from Alaska.
Okay.
That, took weeks to get back to me.
Miss Champagne.
Yes. So, but her daughter's owned before, so she kind of knows a lot of things already. So, I didn't have to go as in depth with her as I would for somebody else. So.
Yeah, I talked to one of our PC agents yesterday who said that he was passing out cards and all kinds of people engaged. He even got somebody that wanted to raise their hand and wanted to go and look at houses and get pre-qualified. So he sent her off to a lender, got her pre-qualified, and then she went and used another agent. So I want to reiterate the importance of having a formal buyer presentation. If you can't do it in person, do it via Zoom. But at least have that time where you can sit them down, have a face-to-face, make it official, and get them to sign on the line to agree to use you. Because otherwise, you're really setting yourself up for disappointment when they go and use somebody else.
Yeah, I've been done that.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, and I don't like the fact that the lenders are almost strong-arming their clients. Oh, you got to use my realtor. I mean, that's not right, but they are doing it. So be aware of that. So
I was going to ask you about how's that situation going? Do we have any other update?
Well, just my luck, of course. Craig at Keller Mortgage, because the guy thought, yeah, okay, I'll talk to him. He took a half a day off, didn't get back with my client or the buyer till the next morning. So the guy goes, oh, I've already decided to use, XYZ or whatever. It was, that California guy and use their, so I lost that. But, yesterday I did a couple good things. I did help the lady find a Section 8 rental place. So I was real excited about that. Didn't make any money, but she was very thankful. And then I did get I did a buyer consultation on the phone, and I'm waiting to set up the meeting, and I'll be helping this guy sell his house and buy a new one here in Tucson. So I did get rewarded for my other efforts. So I felt good.
Good job.
It's not always about getting paid. Just right now, you're making a lot of effort helping them out. Just make sure you keep them in your database. Keep that address there. Send them a postcard saying welcome home or something like that. And just really just touch their heart and keep on top of it. You've just created a really golden place for them.
Yeah, she was really sweet. She was actually crying and said, well, when I get on my feet, you'll be the first one I call when I get ready to buy a house. I said, well, that's what I'm here for. Yeah. So it made me feel great. Thanks for your input too.
It's all about taking care of people, period. This is our business. We take care of people. We take care of each other. And I love that Mara even said that this morning. She was concerned about something. So it shows caring. We take care of people. In the long run, it'll work out. Zig Ziglar said, you help enough people get what they want, you'll get what you want. Believe in it. But dude, don't do it for self-serving needs. Do it for them. What else you guys got working on? It is Wednesday already. Can you believe it? Whoo!
Hump day.
Hump day! No else. You guys are asleep. Has it been a long day already? I mean, it's
A
8:14.
long week.
I stated it.
How's it been a long week? I mean, you only work
This is my first recruitment week with U of A, so try doing virtual recruitment and having, 20, 30 people that you have to move around on a Zoom call. It's not that fun.
Also, virtual meetings, recruiting, and shuffling schedules around. Come sit in my-
Like somebody like texting me, 4 minutes after their interview was supposed to start, backing out and having it to attempt to find somebody else to cover them 4 minutes after the meeting was supposed to start. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, it happens all the time.
The applicants are like, oh, this ran so smooth and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, thanks. They didn't get to see all the back end madness. So
That's good. You're doing your job. You're being professional.
I'm so tired of it.
So we've had some interesting things happen in the market as of late. I am seeing offers slow down a little bit. So I'm excited to see the next stats class to see what kind of comes of it. Miss Ellen, how's things up in the Phoenix market? You guys seeing the same thing?
Yeah, I actually I took a listing and it was on the market for like 17 days before we got a contract.
Yeah.
So, and we only had maybe a dozen showings. So, and it was 350, right in that sweet spot. So it wasn't a $700,000 listing or anything fancy.
It's that's what I'm starting to see too. So our sweet spot's a little lower than that, 250s, 225s, but
It's,
still good. We're seeing that slow down, but it's also indicating of what's to come. I want you guys to start preparing, that shift that we're going to see in the market the next few months. Everything around the major election always seems to slow down. So what do we hedge out before that? What can we do to hedge out before that? We're not scripting around it, but this is me making you script with yourself and say, okay, what can I do to ensure that I've got business in December? Because my goal for my PC group is to close 50 deals in December. That would be a massive, massive month, and that would require almost everyone to have a deal. And that's it, just one deal closed in December. For you to do the same as those outside the program, what can you do to make sure you have at least one closing every month? If you need two, what do you need to do to make sure you have two closings every month? If you need three, it's your business, it's your financials. Just input that next number in there and then do it, execute on it. Earlier, I talked about recapping. Who recaps their day? Who journals or recaps or has some kind of system where you can line out what you do every day? One person on the call. I would assure Mara was going to be one of those people too.
Sort of.
But I'm glad you're honest with yourself. The commitment's not all the time there. So that's where you can really make an improvement is, okay, what did I need to get done today? Did I get my 20% done? If not, I need to double up on tomorrow. The 80% tasks can lay in the weeds until they become big enough weeds to block you in the 80% or the 20%, then you need to get them done. So spend some time off golden hours and get them accomplished. Like I've got to write 2 smart plans today. Am I going to do it right now? No, this is prime time. This is the peak hours of the day. But what are you guys doing every day to recap and look at what did I accomplish? Celebrate the small victory, celebrate the movement. Like Teresa, I got somebody a rental. I helped them into a better place in life. That's awesome. That's a huge win. It may seem small in your world, but that's honestly, it's huge. Think about the impact it's done for somebody else. But recap your day and find out what you missed. Like last night, case in point, Cindy. I was like, oh shit, I forget to call Cindy back. I texted her and apologized right then and there. So she knew I was thinking about her. 9:40 at night. I am so sorry. I forgot to call you back. Can we cover it in the morning? So these are the type of things that if you forget with a client or you forget with a lender, you forget with that, you can jump up, send an email real quick or go back to bed and forget about it. But make sure if you're recapping, it gives you opportunity to catch these things before they become wildfires. So just a little input for you today.
I write emails all night long in the middle of the night that I need to write the next day. Like my brain has to, is always doing that.
Yeah, I can imagine that there's a couple of you on the call that have to do that before you can go to bed because your brain doesn't shut off. I'll tell you that when I walk out of my home office, my computer light's still on, I close the door, I forget it exists. You need to have separation. And
I do the same thing, you know.
Tuesday nights, I get my son at 6:30. So I do my career night until 6:30. I shut it down. I go pick him up. Work doesn't exist until after he goes to sleep, which happened to be around 9 o'clock, 9:30. So I want you guys to start doing some stuff like that for yourselves. Work smarter, not harder. You ever heard that term? But let's cover some things. Where do you need help with the words? That's what we're on this call for, is a little bit of role play, a little bit of words to help you become more dynamic as an agent.
Well, I'm getting the meeting, whether it's the listing or the buyer presentation, getting it nailed down. That's where I struggle. I'm like, okay, like this new person I'm working with, I'm like, okay, I did a really nice CMA. You were thinking you would like to list your house for about $250. I'm happy to announce I feel comfortable with that, and I believe we can do a little bit better. However, I really need to come in, take a good look at your house, physically be there. When is a good time? What day this week can we meet and let me go over this with you? Well, I'm really busy, probably be another month. I'm like, so I'm like, well, I can work around my schedule. I can work around your schedule. And, you know, if you really want to get on the market, we need to meet so I can, you know, let's get this presented. Well, you know, I've got it paid off and I don't really have to sell. I can get a VA loan to buy a new home. So I guess the motivation of selling his house is not as great as him wanting to find a house.
Switch the script.
Okay.
All right.
Teresa, the only other thing I would suggest as well, rather than being passive, tell them, it sounds like we need to meet. Would Tuesday or Wednesday work better for you? Rather than when would something work for you? You're giving them an out.
Yeah, and then you can, if you got somebody that's non-committal, I'll ask, you know, not this month, I'm super busy. That's fine. This is definitely something you want to hedge out, then let's get together soon. We can discuss it. Even if you're busy, 15 or 20 minutes of your time could hedge out a lot of thinking in the future. Is this something we can get together this week or next week?
Okay.
Not when's available. When you ask somebody when, Larry, when?
I said what day? Yeah, I did say what day. What day this week is good for you? So, but
Then
remember that.
Yeah, what day is the same as when?
Okay, so it was not specific enough.
What day? I don't know.
Yeah.
What day can we go to lunch next week? I don't know. Hey, Teresa, can we go to lunch next week? You know, Monday or Tuesday? Neither of those work. Okay, what day works best for you?
Okay, I get it. So
Because you eliminate 2, which leaves 3 open, but it's all next week.
Okay.
When you're saying what day can we get together, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay if you did know. Here's the follow-up to that one. If you did know, what day would work best for you?
Okay.
That's the line. It's a very specific line. What
You
day
did know, yeah.
would work best for you?
Okay. I did ask him what day would work best, but I didn't give him an option and I didn't nail it down. So
Yeah, it's tearing away those objections. What time can we get together? What time can we, talk? What day can we get together? When works for your schedule? I don't know. Okay, well, if you did know, would it be something this week or next week? Are you looking to do something this month or next month? Well, I don't really need to sell my house. It's paid off. I could use a VA loan. Fantastic. Have you thought about renting your house out to have some cash flow, and then let's go find you another home that you enjoy even more? And then get that conversation started.
Yeah, so I did that. I kind of pivoted and like, oh, okay, well, how many bedrooms and what area are you looking for? And I did put him on the MLS portal. Already found him 7 homes he might like, and I did send that to him. So I'm hoping I can turn it around and get on the buyer consultation and then also get the listing with that.
If they're you know, hesitant to sell because they don't have to and they want to buy, you can create massive amounts of momentum in that realm. And they're like, oh shit, I really like this house, so we should probably sell our house and you can get more. Because if he qualifies for $250,000 now and he sells his house and has $200,000 down, that's a $450,000 house, the exact same payment.
Mhm.
Just saying.
Mhm. Yeah.
This is where you work into. But when it comes to holy crap, Robin, is that Misty running across the computer?
Surprised me too.
All I saw was a cat. But when you're seeking for an engagement on an appointment, it's really, really important to help narrow it down. And you can literally start months out. Larry, when's a good time for us to get together? Are you thinking in the next 6 months or further than that? Oh no, definitely the next 6 months. Okay, great. Sooner or later in that time frame? Sooner. Okay, so you're thinking this month or next month? Probably this month. All right, great. Do you want earlier in the month, later in the month? You can literally walk them down from a year-long time frame into days by just asking these questions. Because when you ask somebody the question, when, what, how, anything, and just a single answer on the other side, when's a good time for us together? How can we get together? Where can we get together? Where can we get together? Like, I don't know. It's no different than the age-old joke. Where do you want to go eat? I don't know. You choose.
And the objection for coming to their house, it might not be time frame. It might be some people don't like you to see their house until it looks great. And so for us as the agent, we might be able to say, you know, I know you want it to look great. It doesn't have to look terrific for me. I'm there to give you some feedback on what I think you should do. Because you know how many times people have gone and done something to get their house ready and it wasn't the right thing. So that's something I like to emphasize too, is that I'd love to come before you really think the house is ready, because I'd like to consult with you on what's the most important things to maybe spruce up in your home.
And then tie this on the end of that statement, Maura. I would hate for you to waste money on something that's not going to give you a return. I had an interesting, listing appointment with Ellen's aunt actually many months back, and I gave her a lot of pointers. I didn't win the listing because I was young and she picked the old lady that lived in the neighborhood. And it was because of that. I came in and gave her some insight. She said, no agents ever said that. We were going to do this, 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 and this. I'm like, no, don't do any of that. It's not going to add any value. All you need to do is thin out this, clean this, get that checked, get it repaired. We walked through the whole class, give her a checklist of things. She said, oh my God, thank you so much. No other agent said that, all that. And then all of a sudden it was like, we're going to go with the agent that lives in the neighborhood. She's familiar with the marketing here. I'm like, okay, bye. But we took a swing at it, but that was the thing, is that's what got me the appointment, is coming out and say, hey, let me show you some things. I would hate for you to waste money on something that's not going to bring you value. And a lot of people appreciate that because that's what they're looking to sell my house for the most amount of money, right? If I can save money and still get the same amount, I'm going to do so. And it could be as simply as, instead of putting in a new dresser or a new, vanity, have them paint it. Or, instead of doing an entire kitchen remodel, just have them, spruce it up, clean it, take a light out, something simple. And that's a great point, Maura, is get in there and, it's absolutely okay that you want to take some time, make sure your house is perfect before I see it. I could save you a lot of time and probably some money, so you don't invest in something that's not going to add you value. Would you like to get together this week or next week? You could stack an entire conversation and then go for an ask, and then it becomes difficult to do so. They're called paces and leads. Paces are the ones that I understand. You want to do this. I get it. I'm with you. I'm the same way. Paces are different ways to align yourself with a client. I get what you're saying. A lot of clients are the same. A lot of my buyers, a lot of my sellers do the exact same thing. It just helps you gain agreement and alignment with them instead of going, no, that's wrong. We should get together. It's, hey, Teresa, I completely understand your hesitancy to get together right now. COVID is definitely changing a lot of lives. A lot of my clients, just like you, want to make sure that their house is perfect before a realtor sees it. and that's great. It's good to have all your research done up front. Coming over can help you, benefit where I can show you what you can do without spending a ton of money and get the same return. I'd hate for you to waste money and not have a return for it. You want to get together this week or next week? And then you're just like, okay. Yeah, next week. Okay, great. Earlier in the week or later in the week? Later in the week, around. And it's a very strategic pause when you say around, because you stop and you create negative space. And what happens in negative space?
Pressure to need to talk.
Like, I stop talking, you guys talk. And it pressures them, makes them feel awkward. They get rid of the silent spaces. So remember that, around Friday. Okay. Then go in. Now you got Friday. You got Friday narrowed down. Earlier in the day, or, you like morning or afternoon. I never give them the evening option because Fridays doesn't have evenings to me. Friday's got morning and afternoon. Well, can you do evening? For you? Yes. So remember that, guys, when you're going for the appointment. I have to shut this down so they can start the team meeting prep. But just remember, when you're gaining the appointment, always asking questions and aligning yourself with them, and then moving forward to the agreement is as simple as walking them down the path of this option or this option, this option or this option, this option or this option, and just narrowing the gap. But make it realistic. Do you want to get together in 6 months or next week? What? Are you thinking like a year from now or sooner? Like 6 months from now or sooner? It's kind of funny. It's almost the same as what's important about that. You can ask it 9 different times and it bring better engagement. So I love you all. Don't ever change unless it's for the better. If you need me, call me, text me, I'll be here. But I'll see you all in 9 o'clock all partners meeting. We're going to go over the mechanics of investing. We're continuing on with our wealth building series, and it's going to be fantastic. So thank you all. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah. Mhm.
Bye now.
Bye.